Okay, I think I'm on here and we have some audio. Um, I am coming out of a migraine live time, and I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only person who has migraines and suffers with them. And so I thought I would share some of my story so that maybe other people can draw some ways to manage their migraines or know that it doesn't always have to be the same. So I started getting migraines when I was 11 years old, and my first migraine, I was reading in class, and I noticed that I couldn't see the page properly, and I kept trying and trying, and I couldn't see the page, and I started to get really nauseous. There's this block that I couldn't see pieces on. And I ended up going to the washroom and vomiting because I got so nauseous. And then I had this blinding pain that I ended up having to go home and being at home alone with covers over my head, just with this massive pain. And I don't remember how long it lasted, but it was, for sure that whole day. And I don't know, I can't remember. I was so much younger that how much longer it lasted. But that began migraines for the next 30 some years, so until now. And over the time I've had migraines, you're supposed to look for different triggers, whether it's red wine, chocolate, stress, different things like that. The only things that seemed to, I thought, correlate for me is maybe if I was low iron, but I'm not right now, so I don't know. But what happens every single one, I think, is a weather pressure change. But not every weather pressure change causes a migraine, but almost every migraine I've associated that there's been a weather pressure change within the last 24 hours. And even in high times of stress, it may not come on, but it's just, I cannot pinpoint it. So I'm going to tell you what it used to be for me, and I'm going to tell you what it is now, so you can maybe draw some insight around that it doesn't have to be the same for you. So what it used to be for me in my adult life, and I'm talking, probably 20 years of this, more than that, 25, 30 years, I would get a migraine probably twice a year, and I would know it's coming because I would either lose my peripheral vision or I'd have a big block where I couldn't see. Things would be blocked out like that if I was looking at something. And oftentimes I would think that I looked at the sun or a bright light, and then that's why I couldn't see something, but then it wouldn't fade away, when you've looked at something really bright and then you can't quite see. And so that I would often think that initially, and then it just wouldn't go away, and then it would get worse, and I couldn't see very well. And then I would know that I had very little time to get to a place where I could manage pain. So whether I needed to get home, whether I needed to find a place to lay down, whatever it was, I needed to find a place to manage it. And or find somebody to drive for me or whatever it was. And so then the pain would come on. And so if I was lucky, I would be popping a couple extra strength Tylenol while the aura was there, and then the pain would come on, and I would try to get bed and covers over, dark, 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 and make sure that I had quiet and dark and just laying down. And then it might be 2 days. I would usually get back to work the following day, but it might be 2 days of dealing with background thudding pain, and also fog, and also knowing that the pain meds, like whether I took, Advil or extra strength Tylenol or whatever I took, I knew it was still there. I just wasn't feeling the pain as much. So I knew I hadn't done anything to help. I knew that I was just masking the pain and somehow grinding through whatever I still had to do. So I knew it wasn't really good, and I still felt like crap. It was just taking the sharp, sharp stabbing, you know, incapacitating pain away. So I'm going to flash forward now to where I am now. And this is, I would say, so I started using essential oils 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago, something like that. And yeah, just over 3 years ago. And in that time, I was actively up-leveling my health. I was removing chemicals in my environment. So I was making changes overall. And in this time, in this 3.5 years, I've now successfully gone through 3 migraines without any meds. And that, to me, having gone through over 30 years of, you know, knowing what I would have to take or how I would feel or what it was like, this has been a huge shift for my quality of recovery, my quality of life, and also feeling like my health has been up leveled. So I'm going to tell you what I did today, because we're on real time here, because this is the 3rd migraine I've had without any meds. And I'm probably 3 hours from when it started. So now I don't get migraines as frequently, and I'm going to attribute that to reducing a lot of chemical exposure in my life. I'm also going to attribute that to increasing my immune health, my overall mental health, and having much, much, much better vitamins than I've ever had before. So that is all present and has been there for the last couple of years. And so today, for the first time, I started getting the migraine while I was working out. That's never happened to me before. I've had it after a workout. I've had it, you know, just different times, but I've had it after workouts. I've never had it during a workout. So I was running on the treadmill and I thought I looked at a light in the basement and I couldn't see the treadmill thing properly. And I was looking ahead and something looked weird. And then I realized I had this kind of, today it was a lightning bolt looking white thing that was blocking through anything that I was trying to see. And, but I had no pain, but I knew what was going to come. So I got off the treadmill. I spent not even 2 minutes just trying to stretch my neck out, because I don't know if a contributing factor is my neck. I've had a really, really stiff neck with a little bit of a vertebrae that's out. So I don't know if that was a contributing factor. So this was at probably 7:15 this morning. And I went upstairs. I had sweaty clothes on. I couldn't see out of my right eye. So sweaty clothes on. I threw a robe on. I got in bed and I got I ate first because I didn't want to be low blood sugar. And I did notice that last night I was at an event where I ate some different foods that I wouldn't ordinarily eat. There was a weather pressure change. So I was trying to keep track of what was different, what could have prompted this. And so last night I was in an event that I ate different foods that was catered. There was a weather pressure change. It has been a busy season, but that's pretty normal for me. I was a little more emotional, maybe a little more hormonal the couple days prior. So I'm looking for factors that could contribute. And so I also want to make sure I wasn't low blood sugar going into it. I ate my breakfast really quick because it was already made for me. My husband was already gone out of town, so I have a child I needed to get on the bus this morning and clients at the gym to go and see. So I canceled my appointments at the gym, and I ate my breakfast quickly. So within probably 10 minutes of having that aura, I had gotten myself food in me and up to my bed, and I got my daughter to bring me a couple of oils. And I put this oil, which is called Past Tense, and I put it all over my temples, and I put it all over the back of my neck and rubbed all that in. And I put, and this is something I hadn't done for other migraines before, but I had heard about this, that it would make a difference. I put frankincense on my thumb and pressed my thumb to the roof of my mouth, just at the back of the roof of my mouth. Apparently that, I thought I'd try it because someone swore by it in terms of the nerve that was present at the roof of your mouth. I think it's your vagal nerve. No, it's not your vagal nerve. And so I did that, and I went and laid down, and I didn't have very much time because I had to get a child on the bus. So I laid down, closed my eyes, I put a meditation on, and I just did breathing. I worked on breathing. And I did that long enough that I could open my eyes and look around, and the thing wasn't there. So I didn't have very much time. So 7:15. So by and eating and getting the oils and getting in bed and stuff. So let's say I was in bed by 7:30. So maybe 30 minutes of lying there. And then I got in the shower real quick and had to get out to the bus and came back in and lay down for, I think, an hour. And the pain had started by the time I got back in from the bus, even though as soon as my aura goes away, the pain starts. Pain had started, and but it wasn't as intense as what my migraines typically are. They are typically incapacitating, stabbing in my eye or a certain zone in my head. And but the pain was dull and thuddy, and I laid down, did some more breathing, closed my eyes in the dark, and lay down for less than an hour. And now I can say that I'm a little foggy. I'm not as energetic as I would ordinarily be, but I don't have pain. And I can see. So this is huge for me. It costs me a lot when I lose my time, whether it's with my family or my clients or the things that I want to do and contribute to. So it means a lot to me to be able to manage this in a way that I know is so much healthier and is good for me instead of just masking or covering up or hiding. And I truly believe that by the process I've been through now 3 times in not taking the pain meds, I truly believe it does the reset somehow with my brain faster so that I recover properly from whatever caused the migraine instead of just masking it and making it draw out longer by masking it with pain meds. So I thought I'd record this because it's live time, and I think you can probably tell I'm a little bit weird off, but this is how I am right now is hugely successful because I just came out of a migraine. So I hope that this can serve someone else and maybe have you open your mind to embracing some calm or some oils or some bigger picture steps for your health, and just know that you can be pain-free within a matter of minutes, less than an hour, and not have a severe pain. That I know that this can work for other people too. So have a fantastic day, and let me know if you have questions. This is December 6th, and it is now 10:19 a.m.